The national politics has been abuzz with the ongoing 10th General Convention of the main opposition CPN-UML. In a late evening development yesterday, Chairman KP Sharma Oli was handed all the rights to elect a new leadership through unanimous vote by the closed session that will resume today. The decision has been contested by leaders including Bhim Rao and Kantipur, calling the development highly unfortunate and undemocratic. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Closed session at the UML General Convention hands all the rights to Chairman Oli to elect a new leadership through unanimous vote. The decision opposed by leaders including Rao and Pushal. Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal concedes of loopholes in consolidating organizational structure as the party's municipal level convention held across the country. The United Kingdom, Germany and Italy becomes the latest countries to detect Omicron variant as more nations impose restrictions on travel from countries in southern Africa. And Nepal taking on UAE in a do-or-die encounter at the ICC T20 Asia World Cup qualifiers. Nepal in search of big win to advance to global qualifiers. The closed session of the 10th General Convention of CPN-UML will resume this morning at 10 after it was called off late yesterday evening. The Saturday's closed session that was supposed to start early got delayed by several hours as there were too many contestants for the 19 office bearer post. A number increased from 15 only around Friday midnight by the last Central Committee meeting. Despite increasing the number of office bearers and Central Committee members from 225 to 301, a consensus still eluded the party until late evening yesterday. Meanwhile, in a bold move, the closed session entrusted its chairman KP Sharma Oli with all the rights to elect the new leadership through unanimous vote. The move, however, has been contested by Vice Chairman Bhim Rao, who has fielded his candidacy for the post of chairman. Likewise, Kantipur, a contestant for the position of Vice Chairman, has also opposed the late evening decision of entrusting all rights to Chairman Oli to elect the new leadership unopposed. Observers have called the latest UML decision as highly undemocratic, as leaders aspiring to get elected to top party positions will have to depend solely on the decision of the party chairman. The threat of the dreaded coronavirus still persists in the country. The recent news reports of the new variant of the virus detected in South Africa is a matter of serious global concern. However, back home, the massive crowd in Chitwan, where the main opposition are holding its general convention, are giving way to fears that the virus might raise its ugly head again.
This is the massive gathering of people on the opening day of the ongoing general convention of the CPN-UML. The carefree nature of the party activists and cadres only highlight their lack of seriousness against the spread of coronavirus. The party secretary Bhim Acharya, who reached Chitwan for the convention, was tested positive for COVID-19 on Friday, forcing him to remain in isolation at a Sauraha hotel where the closed session was held on the second day of the political jamboree. The party has made it mandatory for their representatives to go for health checkup before participating at the closed session. Provisions have been made for immediate tests and isolations. The infection rate in the country currently stands below 5%. This could have been an ideal time to increase vaccination and exercise maximum health protocol. The threat of Omicron, a variant considered deadlier than Delta, also persists in the country. With many European countries still reeling under the coronavirus, health experts in Nepal have warned this is still too early to relax in our fight against virus. The government has made it mandatory for visitors travelling by flight to produce vaccination card and negative COVID test results. However, there has been an unhindered cross-flow of people at the Nepal-India border, adding to the challenge. A massive crowd at party convention is usual, but the changed circumstances amid the pandemic had called for a slightly different approach, which sadly has not been witnessed at the UML Jamboree.
CPN Maoist Centre Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal has conceded of missing on better managing his own party while maintaining unity with other parties. Chairman Dahal, while virtually addressing the CPN Maoist local level convention that kicked off from yesterday, said that the party's organizational status had been weakened in the time period when the party was busy dealing with the current political developments. Chairman Dahal directed all the cadres of CPN Maoist to make the organizational strength more powerful. CPN Maoist started its municipal level convention prior to the party's national level meet scheduled from 26th of December next month. The Social Security Fund, established to enable access to pensions, healthcare, among other facilities for workers apart from government employees and their families, have not gathered desired momentum. Majority of the workers could not avail of the program due to the business house's indifference alongside Labour Ministry's incompetence. Workers from private sectors were just as hopeful as government employees when the Social Security Fund was introduced 4 years ago. However, the program could not gather pace due to lack of cooperation by employers. Private sectors have been eluding the program, which requires them to contribute 20% on behalf of their employees, despite lucrative facilities. In case of accidents during working hours, the Social Security Fund not only bears treatment expenses, but also provides 60% of the total income of an individual while recovering. Meanwhile, in case of accidents outside business hours, the fund provides 700,000 rupees. The employees must reach at least 60 years to avail the pension program. Those who have below 15 years of contribution in the fund can choose between one-time amount or pension. In the scenario, only 15,800 out of 900,000 industrialists are participating in the program due to the private sector's indifference. A work plan, unfortunately, has not been prepared to increase participation of private sectors. There is a call on the Labour Ministry to come up with lucrative programs alongside obligatory provisions to embrace the system for the employees to reap a maximum benefit. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked in several districts what should be done to better manage the distribution of Social Security allowance. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
घरमै लगाएर चाहिँ सामाजिक सुरक्षा भत्ता वितरण गर्न सक्यो भने यो राम्रो हुन्छ।
घरमै गएर र भौचर सौचर भरेर र हुँबाट चाहिँ सञ्चालन गर्ने भने वृद्धहरूलाई चाहिँ धेरै सुविधा हुन्छ।
पैसा आएपछि सिधै जानु पर्यो खातामा बुढाबुढीको।
आफ्नो वडामा जन वितरण गर्दा अलिक सजिलो हुन्छ।
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Here's the question. What's your take on the contribution-based Social Security allowance being deemed lackluster? Your options are A, non-cooperative private sector, B, passive employees, and C, lack of government initiative. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Let's move on to sports update.
Sports news.
Jalakal Youth Club are taking on Nepal Police Club in today's match under Martyrs Memorial A Division League football. The only match of the day is scheduled to kick off at Dashrath Stadium at 4:45 p.m. Both teams are looking for their first win of the season. Nepal Police Club played a 1-1 stalemate against 3-1 Army in the departmental derby. The youthful police squad had taken the lead in the match only to concede the equalizer. Jalakal on the other side of the pitch were defeated by Manang Marshangdi by a solitary goal. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Good day.